As we embark on our spiritual journey, we need guidance for the way ahead. We can achieve this guidance through composing prayers and poems and practices. Thomas Berry says this is the way we gain access to other modes of understanding. I call that understanding sacred butterflies, because the monarch butterfly every year gathers in a particular location in California. They are guided also by some mysterious understanding, some genetic coding that brings them together. And so in this video, I'm going to share with you poems and prayers and invite you also to gain that same access to other modes of understanding. Years ago, Thomas Berry wrote these words: "Perhaps the best thing that we can do is write a poem." At first, I was puzzled by these words. What did he mean? I didn't really understand. And then as I began to write poems, I realized that poems are like dreams on paper. They gain access to what lies deep within. It's sort of like a revelatory moment when each of the impulses that guide our lives become available to us. Poems can happen in sleepless nights. They can happen with children at play. They can happen in storms and sunshine. They, in a way, take us to another mode of understanding, but at the same time, we gain access to what lies deep within. I'd like to share with you 2 poems that I've written. Immolation. Is there anything left to say about mercy, about purpose, about life? I think it's about shrinking my true self, about dissolving illusion and blame. And so I say, may the pain of upset and illusion cleanse my heart. May they bring back balance, that like dry embers I am consumed by fire, and in this immolation discover peace and truth. I dedicate this next poem to Mary Whelan and her Center for Soul Work in County Mayo, West Ireland. The Shimmering Well. More than a collection of lumber and stone, more than a place to just be, more than a hearth and a symbol of home, is the shimmering well by the sea. More than a building now in place, more than a dream now come true, more than a context to gather and talk, is the shimmering well by the sea. More than a place to listen and learn, more than a place to just be, more than a place for beauty and balance, is the shimmering well by the sea. Yes, it's a place for stories and dreams, a place of mystery for me, as we build souls of justice and peace at the shimmering well by the sea. You too can write poems. Just set aside time, either alone or in a group, and reflect on those poems as you gain access to the direction of your spiritual journey.
The title of my poem is It's All About a Revolution of Consciousness. What do I do when I wake up in the morning to the news of families being separated due to deportation? It's all about a revolution of consciousness. What do I do when families are losing their jobs and struggle daily to keep a roof over their head and put the next meal on their table? It's all about a revolution of consciousness. What do I do when the truth is not being televised? It's all about a revolution of consciousness. What do I do when more money is being spent in prisons instead of on our children's education? It's all about a revolution of consciousness. What is a revolution of consciousness? Ask your soul, mind, and spirit for the meaning. That is the answer. Take action.
Well, my poem's called Hip Hop, The Next Generation. Will they see a white man, or just a man of character, like MLK spoke of, a man of the people? Or will discrimination and previous slights haunt our cities both day and night? When will they stop shooting from the west side of Oakland and Lake Merritt to the west side of Detroit, to the west side to the south side of Chicago? We grin and bear it. These rappers get on TV, and they used to tell stories, and now it's as if they just parrot. For the next generation to fall victim to a cycle and talk shit and compare it. I'm sorry for the future sometimes. I'm embarrassed. This is a world we bring children into, and I'm scared to be a parent.
My poem, Prayer Speaks to Me. Purity of the heart comes to mind, focusing on the divine. The sorrows of the world are lifted up and given to the universe. It is in its eternal wisdom are the answers. As the sun sets on another day, reawaken your hearts and be still. The prayers are being echoed by the universe in a reverberation, as the energy of prayers fill the hearts and minds of those receptive to do the good work of my God. It is clear, it is focused, as it unveils its mystical self in a truthful, understandable manner. I am in awe of prayer and how it speaks to me.
I want to tell you about prayer. Prayer has bothered me most of my life. It seemed like it was always about give me or forgive me, about changing God's mind. Recently, I've discovered that actually what prayer is changing my mind about God. We can pray when we watch the news or pick up a newspaper to see what God's action in the world is all about. Thomas Berry, the great geologian and cosmologist, says his prayer was to get up in the morning and pray the universe story, to reflect on the galactic period, the flaring forth, the formation of Earth, life, and human. Meister Eckhart, the great medieval mystic, said if the only prayer you ever say is thank you, that will suffice. I'd like to share 2 prayers with you. Prayer for going forth. Divine source of love and life, ancient one of ancient days, empower us to be inclusive in all our acts and an integral presence open to the indigenous peoples who perceive you in your many manifestations. And always be aware of life's ultimate mystery, palpable in the universe, to empower us all to co-create a more mutually enhancing world. A litany of transformation. Trust needs to be born, security needs to die. Liberation needs to be born, oppression needs to die. Celebration needs to be born. Boredom needs to die. Connectedness needs to be born. Alienation needs to die. Circles need to be born. Hierarchies need to die. Dialectic needs to be born. Dualism needs to die. Laughter and celebration and tears need to be born. Sadness and sentimentality need to die. A new order of geojustice needs to be born. The old order needs to die. I'd like to invite you now to write your own prayers. And when you have written them, you can reflect on them on your own or join others to share them.
My prayer is petition for Gaia, beloved source of all there is, divine one who connects us with all life, the sun, moon, and stars. Please watch over us, guide us. We need a miracle. We ask this for ourselves and for the healing of our planet. We're so grateful for your love. Amen.
Live and worship. Live today as if humanity, our planet Earth, and our universe is to cease its existence tomorrow. Live and worship with genuine divine compassion with our companions, as if all creation is to exist eternally.
The name of my prayer is, what are we teaching the children? What are we teaching our children? Money, money, sex, guns. No wonder there was a shooting in Columbine. What are we teaching our children at school? Money, money, sex, guns. No wonder they broke the golden rule. What are we teaching our children at home? Money, money, sex, guns. No wonder your daughter is going with the dope dealer's son. What are we teaching our children and the family? Money, money, sex, guns. Now the father is fighting the son. What should we be teaching our children? God the Father and God the Son.
My prayer is called Loving Presence. Dear winter, dear spring, dear wonder, dear heart of me, dear kind wisdom, dear color of my soul. In this open window of time, I seek you in sweet love, in beautiful adoration. You adorn my mind with the most beautiful visions of you, the wonder of an amazing tapestry of cascading beauty in infinity. My breath holds in gratitude, in amazement and wonder. And I see you again in all these colors in my soul. I open my heart and receive your gift, and thank you for being such sweetness and radiance in the heart of me. Dear summer, dear fall, loving presence, my innermost friend, I see you again soon at everywhere.
The journey of the sacred butterfly continues from larva to chrysalis and ultimately to butterfly as our lives unfold. As good companions on this journey, we approach each new poem, prayer, and practice empowered by a vision of the world as we would like it to be, in a future that is ours to create, a world where it is possible for beauty to shine forth.